Which is why I think like fatherhood sort of like pushes you into a different like way of thinking and the way of doing things. Like you never knew you had that in you, right? Like, you know, if your friend did something, you can easily walk away from a relationship. You can easily walk away from a friendship. But the interesting thing is this, that like, how do you walk away from someone that came out of you?
Woo, child.
This is your DNA, right? Like right there. And it's like, and it's not that like you're stuck, but that's how God teaches us.
And also to add to that, like on top of the unconditional love, I also learned intention, because with that unconditional love that you have to give to your children, because as Freddie was saying, that's your DNA. Your DNA, like that's part of your blood.
Yeah.
The scary thing is your spouse is not.
Right.
Your spouse is not.
Oh man. Okay. All right. Okay. Yeah, no. You've opened a whole different can of worms over here.
This is my opinion, but like when you really break it down, your child has your DNA.
Okay. Yeah.
But your spouse doesn't.
No.
Right? So it's like, so I'm saying the reason why you have like intention is that if you can easily tailor to your child's needs.
Yeah.
Right? Because it's like they're part of you. You can probably see some of that. But it's harder with your spouse because you have to be intentional about it.
Right.
You have to choose that. Like, okay.
Like it's easier to love and to serve your child than
yes. And put your child before your marriage.
Way easier. Because it's like that part. It's a part of.
I will let go.
I just understand. So let's go.
Basically, what you're saying is that it comes naturally easier that way.
Yes.
But this is
that's so good.
But that's the challenge.
Yeah. This is the challenge, and this is the dynamic of marriage and what God challenges us to do, because
it's very easy to do that.
It's easy to do that with your kid or with your children, not with your spouse. And that's why God says, husbands, love your wives even as Christ loves the church and died.
Right.
So God is calling us to the same level of service and commitment that we give to our children, to give that same thing to our spouses. And although it's easier to walk away from like a marriage and to not walk out of like, you know, the lives of your children, God is looking at it like, bruh, like, because, and you said something, you're looking at your child like as part of you, but your wife is very even the same, because the bond that you became one, or we became one. And so I think the question then becomes like how we see it. You know what I'm saying? Because you're right. Like it's easier to do something for Karis than it is to do for Peggy. It's easier for me to sort of like, oh, okay, it's automatic. With Peggy, I got to put in more intention. But God is looking at it like you need to excel in both, right? Which is wow.
Yeah, I do feel like there's more weight in choosing your spouse, because like you choosing your spouse and serving them selflessly teaches your child what to expect, what like Christ and the church looks like. It teaches them Bible, it teaches them marriage, it teaches them relationships, it teaches them all these things. And I remember I was watching this sermon, I think it was Taylor Madu and Robert Madu, and Robert was saying how God convicted him on how like he greets his daughters. Like you run to them,
and it's so true.
Yeah, it's very true. Them. Oh my God, it's been so long.
You're
I've
so
missed
beautiful.
you.
I love you.
Yeah, you're so beautiful. Whatever. And then God said, "That's my daughter too. Your wife is my daughter too. When was the last time?"
And that's what Taylor needs.
Yeah, that's what she needs too. Like the way you say it to your child, and she like lights up, is the same way your wife will light up. But it's that thing of what you said, right? It's easier for you to do that for your child. That's one. And then two, it's not even just the DNA, it's also like the age thing.
Yeah.
Like you just feel like your wife, you're seeing your wife as a mature, grown person. You should know you're beautiful.
I don't need to nurture
you. You need to eat, you need to eat. Like you need to I don't know, go to the washroom, but my child needs me to give them food. My child needs their diaper change. So it makes sense. It makes sense to you to make that choice. But I just wanted to add that.